Discipline is the foundation of mental strength and success. It is the ability to do what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. Too often people rely on motivation to take action, but motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes, rises and falls based on how you feel in the moment. The people who achieve greatness are not the ones waiting for inspiration to strike. They are the ones who have developed the discipline to show up every day, regardless of how they feel. Training your mind to be disciplined is not easy, but it is necessary. It starts with small decisions. Waking up when you said you would, sticking to your workout even when you're tired, following through on your commitments even when no one is watching. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you build mental toughness. And over time, these small acts of discipline compound, turning you into someone who doesn't make excuses, doesn't seek shortcuts, and doesn't quit when things get hard. There will always be distractions, temptations, and reasons to take the easy way out. The world is full of comfort and convenience, and it's easy to justify skipping the hard work. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the successful ones don't negotiate with themselves. They don't make deals with their minds to avoid discomfort. They understand that success is built on consistency, and consistency is built on discipline. Think about the greatest athletes, entrepreneurs, or leaders. They don't rely on feelings to determine their actions. They rely on habits. They have trained themselves to do what is necessary, regardless of circumstances. When they don't feel like working, they work anyway. When they're tired, they push through. When things get tough, they don't look for an escape, they embrace the struggle and use it to make themselves stronger. Discipline is also about sacrifice. It means giving up short-term pleasure for long-term success. It means choosing growth over comfort, effort over ease, and persistence over quitting. Many people dream of success, but few are willing to sacrifice for it. They want the rewards without the struggle, the results without the work. But the reality is, nothing great comes without discipline. Building discipline is like building muscle. It requires consistent effort and deliberate practice. At first, it will be uncomfortable. Your mind will resist, your body will want to quit, and your excuses will try to take over. But each time you push through, you make yourself stronger. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you separate yourself from those who are controlled by their feelings. The mind is a battlefield, and discipline is the weapon that ensures victory. It keeps you focused when distractions try to pull you away. It keeps you moving forward when fear and doubt creep in. It gives you the strength to keep going when others have given up. When you master discipline, you master your future. You become someone who doesn't wait for the right moment. You create it. You don't hope for success. You build it, one disciplined choice at a time. Resilience is what separates those who succeed from those who surrender. Life is unpredictable, full of challenges, setbacks, and disappointments. No matter how carefully you plan, obstacles will arise. The question is not whether you will face adversity, but how you will respond to it. Will you let it break you, or will you use it to become stronger? Resilience is the ability to endure hardship, to stand firm in the face of failure, and to keep pushing forward when everything seems to be against you. It is not about avoiding pain, but learning to embrace it as part of the process of growth. A strong mind is not one that never experiences doubt or fear. It is one that refuses to be controlled by them. Resilience is built through struggle, through falling down and getting back up, through facing failure and refusing to let it define you. Many people see failure as a reason to stop, but those who are truly unstoppable see it as a lesson, a stepping stone to something greater. Every failure is an opportunity to learn, to adjust, and to come back stronger. If you allow setbacks to discourage you, you will always be at the mercy of circumstances. But if you develop resilience, you will find a way forward no matter what. The world does not reward those who quit. It rewards those who endure. Resilient people do not waste time feeling sorry for themselves or blaming others for their misfortunes. They take ownership of their situations and focus on what they can control. They understand that life is not always fair, but complaining about it won't change anything. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? They ask, how can I grow from this? That mindset shift makes all the difference. Pain and hardship are unavoidable, but suffering is a choice. Resilience is about refusing to let your circumstances dictate your mindset. It is about choosing to rise, to push forward, and to never give in. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when the weight of your struggles seems unbearable. But in those moments, remind yourself why you started. Remember that the darkest times are often just before a breakthrough. If you keep going, if you refuse to let failure define you, you will emerge stronger, wiser, and more prepared for whatever comes next. Resilience is not just about enduring pain, it's about using it. The strongest people in the world are not the ones who have had the easiest lives. They are the ones who have faced hardship and refused to let it break them. They have used their struggles as fuel to push themselves further. They have turned pain into power. When you train your mind to see challenges as opportunities, you become unstoppable. You stop fearing failure because you understand that every setback is just another step towards success. There will always be reasons to quit. There will always be obstacles in your way. But if you make resilience a part of who you are, nothing will be able to stop you. You will keep moving forward no matter how hard it gets, because you understand that true strength is not found in avoiding struggle, but in embracing it and using it to become the best version of yourself. Good evening, everyone. True power comes from understanding the limits of your control. Most people spend their entire lives trying to control things they simply cannot. Other people's opinions, unexpected events, the way the world treats them. They waste their energy worrying, stressing, and reacting emotionally to things that are beyond their reach. But the truth is, the key to inner strength lies in focusing only on what you can change and letting go of the rest. This is the foundation of mental resilience. You cannot control the weather, but you can control whether you complain about the rain or use it as an opportunity to grow. You cannot control how someone else treats you, but you can control whether you allow their words to affect your self-worth. You cannot stop adversity from coming your way, but you can decide whether it will break you or build you. The ability to separate what is within your power from what is not is a skill that will set you free. When you shift your focus away from external circumstances and direct it inward, you reclaim your strength. Imagine a person who constantly gets frustrated at traffic. They honk, yell, stress, and ruin their own mood. Yet the traffic remains the same. Their emotions do not change the situation. But a person who understands control will take a deep breath, put on an audiobook, and use that time productively. The traffic did not change, but their response did, and that made all the difference. Many people allow small inconveniences to ruin their entire day. A rude comment from a stranger, a missed opportunity, an unexpected challenge. These things send them into frustration or self-doubt. But the mentally strong person does not give power to these things. They understand that their energy is too valuable to be wasted on things that do not matter. They refuse to be prisoners of their circumstances. When you learn to control your own reactions, emotions, and mindset, you become truly powerful. No longer are you a victim of what happens around you. You become the master of your own destiny, moving forward with calm confidence. Imagine facing a setback. Perhaps you lose a job or an opportunity slips through your fingers. Most people panic, get discouraged, and start doubting themselves. But the person who masters their mind will say, "This is not in my control, but my response is. I will take this as a lesson, adapt, and find a new path." This is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck in frustration. Letting go of control does not mean giving up. It means redirecting your energy toward what actually matters. It means understanding that while you cannot always control the world, you can always control yourself. And when you do that, you step into a level of strength that few ever reach. You become unshakable, untouchable, and truly unstoppable. Emotional control is one of the greatest strengths a person can possess. Too often, people allow their emotions to dictate their actions, leading them down a path of impulsivity, regret, and unnecessary suffering. When faced with a challenge, many react immediately, letting frustration, anger, or fear take over. But true mental strength comes from the ability to pause, reflect, and choose a response rather than simply reacting. This is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck in cycles of negativity. Imagine a situation where someone insults you, challenges your authority, or tries to provoke a reaction. The average person will react instinctively. Maybe they get defensive, maybe they retaliate, maybe they let that one comment ruin their entire day. But the person who has trained their mind to master their emotions will not allow another person's words or actions to dictate their state of mind. They understand that reacting emotionally often leads to poor decisions, unnecessary stress, and loss of self-control. Instead, they take a deep breath, assess the situation logically, and respond with intention. There is immense power in stillness. A calm mind is a focused mind, and a focused mind is a dangerous weapon. When you allow emotions to cloud your judgment, you lose sight of your goals, your discipline, and your principles. But when you learn to detach yourself from the immediate emotional reaction and approach situations with clarity, you make better decisions. You gain the ability to navigate life's challenges without being overwhelmed by frustration, doubt, or fear. One of the greatest lessons of mental toughness is understanding that emotions are temporary. Anger, sadness, disappointment. These feelings come and go, but the actions you take while experiencing them can have long-lasting consequences. Think of how many times people have made choices they later regret because they allowed a momentary emotion to control them. Whether it's lashing out in anger, making an impulsive decision out of fear, or giving up too soon because of self-doubt, these actions can set people back years. But those who train themselves to regulate their emotions remain in control of their destiny. Consider the most successful, disciplined individuals in any field, whether it be business, sports, or leadership. They have all mastered the ability to keep their emotions in check. When faced with failure, they do not break down. They analyze, adjust, and move forward. When under pressure, they do not panic. They stay composed and execute their plan with precision. This level of control is not something they were born with. It is something they developed through discipline, practice, and an unshakable commitment to mastering their own mind. Mastering your emotions does not mean suppressing them. It means understanding them, acknowledging them, and then deciding what to do with them. It means not letting temporary feelings dictate your long-term success. It means choosing calm over chaos, discipline over impulse, and strength over weakness. When you learn to control your emotions, you gain an advantage over most people. You become resilient, unshakable, and ultimately unstoppable. Discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, dreams remain fantasies, and potential goes unrealized. Discipline is not about motivation. It's about consistency, about doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. The mind naturally seeks comfort, but if you want to be unstoppable, you must train yourself to push beyond that instinct. You must learn to act based on your commitments, not your feelings. Success is not built on good intentions alone. It is built on habits, on repeated actions that align with your goals. A disciplined mind does not wait for the perfect moment. It creates momentum through consistent effort. Many people make the mistake of waiting for inspiration, for the right conditions, for the right mood. But the truth is, success does not come to those who wait. It comes to those who work. Discipline means showing up every single day, whether you feel like it or not. It means keeping your promises to yourself, holding yourself accountable, and refusing to make excuses. Every time you follow through on a commitment, you strengthen your self-discipline. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you weaken it. Building discipline is like strengthening a muscle. The more you exercise it, the stronger it becomes. The key is to start small and build from there. Commit to doing one difficult thing every day, something that pushes you beyond your comfort zone. It could be waking up earlier, sticking to a workout routine, or eliminating distractions during work. Over time, these small acts of discipline add up, and before you know it, you've built a mindset that refuses to quit. This is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who don't. Discipline is the deciding factor. One of the greatest enemies of discipline is instant gratification. In today's world, everything is designed to give us immediate pleasure. Social media, junk food, entertainment. But the problem with instant gratification is that it robs you of long-term success. True discipline is about delaying short-term pleasure for long-term fulfillment. It's about choosing what you need over what you want in the moment. It's about recognizing that real progress requires sacrifice. The people who reach their highest potential are the ones willing to make those sacrifices. They choose hard work over comfort, consistency over convenience, and purpose over distractions. Discipline is freedom. It might seem like a paradox, but the more disciplined you are, the more control you have over your life. When you master your mind and train yourself to follow through, you stop being a slave to bad habits, procrastination, and self-doubt. You take charge of your future. You no longer rely on motivation or fleeting feelings to guide you. You develop an unshakable mindset that allows you to pursue your goals relentlessly. With discipline, you don't just set goals, you achieve them. You don't just dream, you make things happen. That is what it means to be unstoppable. Resilience is the foundation of an unstoppable mind. It is the ability to stand firm when life throws its hardest punches, to adapt when circumstances change, and to keep moving forward when everything seems to be working against you. Many people believe that strength is about never falling, never failing, or never experiencing pain. But true strength, true resilience, is not about avoiding hardship. It's about how you respond to it. It's about standing up every time you fall and refusing to let setbacks define you. Life will test you in ways you never imagined. There will be moments when you feel lost, defeated, and exhausted. But these are the moments that shape you. When faced with adversity, you have two choices. Let it break you, or let it build you. The people who become unstoppable are the ones who choose the latter. They understand that challenges are not obstacles. They are opportunities for growth. They see failure not as a sign to quit, but as a lesson to learn from. Every setback is a chance to refine your approach, to strengthen your character, and to come back even stronger. Resilience requires a shift in mindset. Instead of seeing problems as unfair burdens, view them as necessary tests that prepare you for the success you are working toward. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this teaching me?" The most resilient people in the world are not the ones who never experience pain. They are the ones who use their pain to fuel their purpose. They do not dwell on the past or waste energy complaining about their struggles. Instead, they focus on what they can control and take action. One of the greatest tools for building resilience is emotional control. It is easy to let emotions dictate your actions, to let frustration, anger, or fear drive your decisions. But if you want to be unstoppable, you must learn to manage your emotions rather than be controlled by them. This does not mean suppressing how you feel. It means acknowledging your emotions without letting them weaken your resolve. It means staying focused and clear-headed even in the face of uncertainty. When you train yourself to remain calm under pressure, you gain the ability to think rationally, make better decisions, and keep moving forward no matter what. Another crucial aspect of resilience is adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and success belongs to those who can adjust and keep progressing. You will encounter unexpected challenges, and plans will not always unfold as expected. But instead of resisting change, embrace it. Adaptability allows you to find solutions where others see only obstacles. It allows you to turn failures into stepping stones. When you develop a mindset that sees setbacks as temporary and obstacles as challenges to overcome, nothing can stop you. Ultimately, resilience is about persistence. It is about deciding that no matter how difficult things get, you will not give up. It is about knowing that your goals are worth the struggle, that your dreams are worth the fight. When you refuse to quit, when you push forward despite the difficulties, you develop an unstoppable spirit. And with that, there is nothing in this world that can hold you back.